Fastening on it, and the final whistle goes. Spurs have won the Football League Cup of 1971. 2 goals by the number 9 Martin Chivers after they were under pressure for so very long from Aston Villa. Here's Billy Nicholson in the centre of that picture, manager of victorious Spurs, the skipper Alan Mullery and the skipper Brian Godfrey. Spurs so long to find their form, and congratulations there from Eddie Bailey, for Martin Chivers, and from Billy Nicholson as well, Cecil Poynton. He could hardly have thought a year ago when he was the subject of so much barracking at White Hart Lane that it would have such a happy ending. What a shot there between Bill Nicholson, the man who had faith in Martin Chivers, the man who came back. To get the Football League Cup from Her Royal Highness Princess Alexandra. A kiss for the cup, and there you are, White Hart Lane. 2 goals when all the worry lines were beginning to show on their faces. Here's Martin Peters and Cyril Knowles. And Wembley rising to Aston Villa. Sidney Wale, the Spurs chairman, having a word with Brian Godfrey, as you saw a moment ago. Bruce Rioch, Keith Bradley. Congratulations to the gallant losers, Aston Villa, and who would deny them that?
So the signboard spells it out. Congratulations to Spurs and to Billy Nicholson. But first of all, what did the Spurs manager think of Aston Villa's performance at Wembley yesterday?
Well, I thought they did very well indeed. Until the last 10 minutes, they were certainly not disgraced. In fact, up till that time, they seemed to be gradually getting stronger and stronger. And they were giving us quite a lot of problems. In fact, their 2 extreme wingers, Hamilton and Anderson, gave us quite a few problems in the first half. And then, as the second half was progressing, after Anderson had hit the crossbar with quite a good shot, their midfield players seemed to get stronger too. But when we got our goal, then that lifted us sky high, and after that we could have got 2 or 3. And of course it was understandable, I think, under the circumstances, that Villa just faded away. But they were certainly not disgraced in this game today.
What about your own players? Performances that particularly impressed you today, or the way in which the team came on top after a difficult ride?
Well, I don't like to talk too much about individuals, but I think I must do today, and I must say that Martin Chivers was a very powerful player for us, so much as to say that he won the game for Tottenham today.
Which of course takes us on nicely to Martin Chivers, and I got an instant reaction from Martin yesterday on the first goal that really got Spurs on the way to victory.
It was a good movement, I think before the goal, I thought Jimmy would have got a good shot in, as he did, and the goalkeeper, I think it hit his legs, I'm not sure, I think it hit his leg and came out, or his hand, and came out to me, and I couldn't believe my luck, because it was just me, the goal, and one defender, and then I didn't really blast it, I had to place it, but those are the ones you dread missing, but you expected to get them in. I think, I was bound to score here.
Since the final whistle, have you thought back perhaps to a year ago when you were being barracked every week and
You obviously must have wondered about... I just felt on top of the world. The only problem I had out there was trying to find my mother, you know. It's impossible at Wembley, I think.
And did you find her?
No, I didn't, no. I just have to phone her up this evening. I was trying to wave to her. I hope she didn't pass out. She gets a bit worked up at the games.
Martin, thanks very much, mate.
Thank you.
Well done.
Cheers.
Here is Martin Chivers today, also Chico Hamilton of Aston Villa, and with the pair of them, Jimmy Hill.
Well, Martin, I must ask you first, did you get your mother?
No, I didn't get to see her. I phoned her up this morning. She had to rush back to Southampton.
And so you still haven't got to her and calmed her down after all that excitement?
No, it's impossible when you live away from home.
Well,
but
she'll
I'm
be
sure
looking
she's
forward.
settled down now.
She'll be looking forward to that moment. Yesterday was quite a moment, obviously, for you. To have Bill Nicholson praise you like that, he's not the most lavish praiser in the business. What did you think of that?
No, he's done this on a couple of occasions last couple of weeks. He's gone mad, apparently. Don't very often get praise off of him.
It's
like
lovely to see him smiling like that, I must say.
Yes,
you know,
it
when
is,
they don't
yes.
come very often.
We all were very pleased.
Yeah. Was there a moment yesterday in that game? I mean, afterwards, Bill sort of said, well, we sort of had it under control, really. Was there a moment when you thought you might have lost that game and it would have been a Swindon-Arsenal League Cup?
Yes, there was a couple of exciting moments, you know. One that Chico Hamilton had,
Yeah.
which just grazed the crossbar. Marvellous shot. And that might have turned the game.
Why weren't Spurs quite in the rhythm that everybody expected?
I think we might have been a bit apprehensive. I think we were expected to win. There's no doubt about that. We were expected to win. And it's awkward, you see. You're afraid of giving something away, so we tried to play very tight at the back, and we didn't.
I think you've got to
release
give a lot of
too many
credit to
forward.
Aston Villa for the way in which they made the game difficult for you. Who impressed you in their side?
All the forwards, I think they're marvellous individuals, and Chico Hamilton had a marvellous game. Not because he's here, but as I said,
Not because he's here and good-looking and got long hair. I mean, he did.
Could
he
have
did
turned
really
the
play
game
well
with that one
yesterday.
shot.
In fact, we can look at that performance now, and that very nasty moment for you and wonderful moment for Chico. It would have been even better when he grazed the crossbar with that shot. But first of all, his contribution to the game. He's a left-footed player, basically. You are, aren't you,
Yes,
Chico?
yes.
Strong left foot, but here he picks the ball up on the right wing, and there's Cyril Knowles against him, and he catches him out because Cyril doesn't expect him to go onto that supposedly weaker right foot, but that's not a bad cross off the right foot. There was a beautiful flick there. And when the ball comes back, that was a lovely first-time ball to Willie Anderson. Shows the kind of attention he was getting, tight marking. There's Philip Beale at him there, but still keeping cool and getting the ball off. And once or twice in the game yesterday, Martin, he had to be dealt with quite roughly to keep him under control. There's a rugby head tackle. And finally, one of the significant points in the game, the run. This time he's got the ball on his favourite left foot. Can live it again now, Chico, and whack. And we can see there that it just grazes, scrapes the top of the bar. Very sad. Can you tell me how you got that nickname, Chico?
It was at Chelsea with Dave Sexton. I used to be a bit cheeky down there. You know.
Are you still cheeky?
Yes, I am, yes.
Does it help to be cheeky as a footballer, you think?
Yeah, I think at times, yeah, it does. Yeah,
You went to Southend. Was it for how much did you sold to Southend?
5,000.
5,000. And how
down
much
there.
did the Villa pay for you?
40,000.
£40,000.
Yeah.
How was it that you left Chelsea? Were you too cheeky for Chelsea?
No, I don't think so. No, it was. I was just in the reserves, you know, and I wanted first team football, so I grabbed at the chance of going to Southend.
Yeah.
And I thought start the fourth and work myself up, which I was there a season. I went to the second then.
So much for you personally. What about these lads, these Tottenham lads yesterday? Who impressed you in that side?
I think Martin.
Quite a game, wasn't
Quite
it?
a game, yeah. Well, you know, he was laying them off well, you know, first time balls all the time, and he got the goals, you know, which was very important.
Well, apart from Martin, my man of the match was Philip Beale, who I thought hardly put a foot wrong at the back there. But did you notice him particularly in the game?
Not me personally, no. I think it's hard for a forward to assess the defenders. You know, you can see it from the stand, maybe, but I see it differently when I'm on the pitch.
Yeah. It's not quite the same watching.
Not quite
Right,
the same at all.
the magic moment for Martin Chivers there. We're going to see these two lovely goals yesterday. It must be one of the best moments in a footballer's life to sit there the day after and just enjoy what happened on that exciting occasion. Here it is now, camera behind the goal, #1 goal coming up. And I think you earn the chance to have an easy shot at the end because you win that ball so well there among the Villa defenders. And Gilly doing his little bit of magic, Alan Gilzean, there's the shot, and in fact he does get a left hand to it. John Dunn, I think, does rather better there than people imagine. And a little side foot straight into the centre of the net, holding out. Well, that was a simple goal. The second was a complicated and a beautiful one. There's Martin Peters stealing the ball from McMahon, a very delicate chip from Mullery, and look at this control on the instep, brought down under immediate control. But from then on, it takes courage and guts, and putting a leg in the way. Doesn't matter who's kicking, you must hold on to the ball in order to give yourself the chance to put that shot just where it should be. Eddie Bailey was saying to me yesterday that he still thinks you don't really realise how strong you are and use your strength. Is there more to come from Martin Chivers?
Perhaps. I don't know whether they're trying to build me up even bigger. Perhaps I can
How do they do
bigger.
that?
Well, we do weights. I've done more weights at Tottenham than ever before. We never used to use weights at Southampton. And,
I hate to think of what size you're going to get by the time that
no, I'm just beginning to realise how big I am. This is something Spurs have brought out in me.
A warning for Bill Shankly next Saturday. You know, more weights and a bigger Martin Chivers. Chico, celebrations this afternoon when you get back?
We're going to a reception with the Lord Mayor, and there'll probably be 100,000.
Yeah.
You know, at least, I should imagine.
Well, the Villa fans, I think, have deserved some happy years. They've stuck loyalty to the club. You've given them a taste of it yesterday, and I think they should be proud of their team. Well done, Chico.
Thank you.
And Martin, well done to you.
Thank you.
And Spurs, in fact, so I'm told, will be meeting their local mayor in Tottenham tomorrow. That should be quite a celebration too. Well, that's it. Hope very much that you've enjoyed this ITV presentation of the Football League Cup final, the final with a real finish to it. The last word of all, of course, today must belong to the winners, the Spurs, and a tuneful word it is as well.